Kumusta? Are you ready to acquire the fundamental knowledge needed in the real estate game and think, buy, own, and receive $1 million? If yes, keep on watching because today we are going to review the book which stayed on the top 10 list of most successful real estate investors from the time it was published in 2005 till now. My name is Chofila de la Paz III of Dolce Bria Properties by Filipino Homes, bringing you the third episode of Real Estate Investment Book Review. Pag-uusapan natin ang librong The Millionaire Real Estate Investor ni Gary Keller with co-authors Dave Jenks and Jay Papasan. Sino nga ba si Gary Keller? Gary Keller is an American entrepreneur and best-selling author. He is the founder of Keller Williams, which is the largest real estate company in the world by agent count. Gary Keller founded Keller Williams and Training Education and later brought his teachings to print. His book include The One Thing, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, and the book we will review right now, The Millionaire Real Estate Investor. He is the executive chairman at KWX, the holding company that oversees all Keller Williams properties, and is considered one of the most influential people in real estate. Kaya nararapat talaga siya basahin ng mga real estate investors. Ang librong ito ay may 432 pages and 3 parts. Simulan natin sa mga highlights and key takeaways. First, high achievers use models to take the luck out of the game. They implement big models to minimize risk and maximize profit when buying, holding, and selling real estate. Wow, simula pa lang, big words na agad. Karaniwan kasi kapag umaasenso ang isang real estate investor, sinasabi nila na ang swerte naman nila. Lingid sa kaalaman ng iba ay may mga sinusunod na subok na pamamaraan o sistema ang mga batigang investors para siguraduhin tama ang mga hakbang na ginagawa nila. Second, the triad of focus for the millionaire real estate investors: criteria, terms, and network. Paano ba ang pwedeng bilhin? Criteria. Paano mo ito gustong bilhin? O terms. At sino ang mga taong makakatulong sa'yo bago sa kasalukuyan at pagkatapos mo itong bilhin? Network. Third, the path of millionaire real estate investor progresses through 4 stages. Think $1 million, buy $1 million, own $1 million, and receive $1 million. And they are best pursued in that order. Parang bahay na may 4 na palapag. Kada hagdan patungo sa susunod na palapag ay may skill set na dapat i-master. Ang ika-4 na palapag ay ang rurok ng pagiging isang ganap na millionaire real estate investor. Fourth, the 5 models of millionaire real estate investors, which are the net worth model, financial model, network model, lead generation model, acquisition model. Pag-usapan natin ang mga detalye nito mamaya. The book has 3 parts. Part 1 is starting the course. Part 2 is the 4 stages of becoming a millionaire real estate investor. And Part 3 is staying on top. Part 1, charting the course. Gary Keller explains that champions take the luck part out of the game because they master the strategy of growing their empire. In other words, they create their own luck by consistently learning throughout their investment careers. Through the help of big goals plus big models equals big success. Gary said that the big goals push you to think big and see new possibilities for your life. And big models make those possibilities more probable by giving your actions the foundation of proven, time-tested methods. That's the formula for big success. Nabanggit ni Gary Keller na may mga sinusunod na modelo ang mga batigang investors. Hindi mo na kailangan dumaan sa napakaraming pagkakamali na dinaanan nila. Pwede mo naman itong alamin sa mga libro, sa mga coaches, mentors at kahit mga consultants na makakatrabaho mo. Sinabi niya din na kailangan mong bantayan ang iyong focus. Mahirap yung maraming minamaster. Mag-focus ka lang sa isang klase ng negosyo. Mahirap maging isang jack of all trades but a master of none. For the dynamic trio of investing, our CTN are the criteria, terms, and network. Again, this determines what you'll buy, your criteria or how you'll buy it, the terms, and who will help you, your network. Your criteria are your strict rules on what you'll buy. You would rather miss a great deal than settle on a probable bad deal. Criteria act as an opportunity filter to identify the potential property buys that offer the greatest opportunity, and the least risk. Also, criteria can be used to identify properties with predictable value based on your investment style and strategy. Sa sobrang dami ng pagpipilian na properties, madaling malito kung okay na ba yung tinitignan mo. Matutulungan ka ng criteria para masala ang mga ito. Minsan kakailanganin mong tumingin ng 50 properties para i-qualify ang tatlo para lang makakuha ng isang pinakamagandang deal. So una, baka isa o dalawang beses ka lang mag-i-invest sa isang taon, pero ang pagsasala o prospecting ay ginagawa ng buong taon. Sa ganitong paraan ka lang mahahasa. Ngunit may mga property na biglang lumalabas. Siyempre, kung saan sa sobrang mura nito kumpara sa halaga niya, oras lang ang binibilang ay sold na agad. Kaya kailangan kabisado mo yung criteria, kung hindi ay makakawala ito. Next is terms. If criteria define an opportunity, terms define how you turn it into a deal. Once a property meets your criteria, terms determine its value to you both now and for the future. Terms are the negotiable aspects of a purchase, and they include everything from the offer price, down payment, interest, conveyances, occupancy, and closing costs. Alamin kung paano mo babayaran ang isang property. Ihulma ito base sa iyong computation at nakalaang pera. Kailangan handa kang umayaw kung hindi ito fit sa iyong pangailangan. The last member of the dynamic trio is network. Your network is who helps you in your investing. Investors had relationships with people who had sent them opportunities, mentored them, helped them buy and maintain their property, and in many cases provide services that enabled them to do more while spending less time and effort. This chart can help you visualize what Gary Keller means. Kung mapapansin mo, napakarami ng mga taong kakailanganin mo ang expertise. Hindi mo naman sila sisweldohan ng sabay-sabay. Dapat lang ay meron kang contact sa kanila. Marami din namang silang katrabahong mga investors na katulad mo. Kakailanganin mo yung mga taong magaling sa kanilang mga profesyon. Pakisamaang mabuti kung alam mong magaling sila. Kumustahin at minsan magpakape, pagandahin ang inyong relasyon. Sila kasi yung mga kasama nyo sa mga susunod na dekada. Kasama din naman sila sa pagbabudget mo o sa expenses section ng iyong financial statements. Next is the 4 stages of growth on the path to a million. The path of Millionaire Real Estate Investor is a progression through 4 stages. First, you must learn to think a million before you make your first move. How you think matters. The next step is to buy a million, in which you'll get a thorough understanding of the best models for investing in real estate, and more fundamentally, an understanding of money. After you buy a million, you'll set your sights on having an equity position of $1 million or more in your properties. Gary calls this the stage own a million. This is when you realize that the investment you have done has blossomed into a bona fide business. The last stage of growth for Millionaire Real Estate Investor is receive a million. Think of it as a summit, a place where only the best have gone. Receive a million is when you are in a position to receive an annual income of $1 million from your investments. This chart best shows your criteria, terms, and network coexist with the 4 stages of growth. There are also myth understandings when it comes to real estate investing. Myth understanding is defined as the unfounded fears and doubts of many investors when it comes to real estate investing. Sa Tagalog ay yung maling akala. Many high-achieving investors have faced fears or doubts about investing that ultimately proved unfounded. These common myth understandings can stand between you and your true financial wealth building. Examining them can ultimately free you to pursue your dreams. Here are some examples, and Gary explained each in detail. Personal myth number 1, I don't need to be an investor. My job will take care of my financial wealth. Truth. Yes, you do need to be an investor. Your job is not your financial wealth. Personal myth number 2, I don't need or want to be financially wealthy. I'm happy with what I have. The truth is, you need to open your eye. You do need and want to be financially wealthy. Personal myth number 3, it doesn't matter if I want or need it. I just cannot do it. Truth is, you cannot predict what you can or cannot do until you try. For part 2, an in-depth look at the 4 stages to becoming millionaire real estate investor. which are Think a Million, Buy a Million, Own a Million, and Receive a Million. For Think a Million, Gary started by saying, the Bible has over 2,000 references to money, property, and wealth. That is more than twice the number of references to faith and prayer combined. In fact, money shows up as a prominent theme in every major religious text. No matter what your personal faith is, spirituality and money are always connected. In the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki mentioned that in order to succeed in any business venture, you must have a compelling financial why. In this book, Gary mentioned that you must have a series of whys that builds up to your big why. A similarity to most influential books includes seeking limitless opportunities that comes with financial wealth, being as wealthy as you can be, or having the largest life possible for yourself and for your family. There is no right or wrong answer to your big why, as long as it keeps you motivated throughout your journey. Gary also mentioned the importance of monitoring your financial posture. He introduced Dina, a personal exercise trainer, who explained why your posture is very important if you want good health. Keeping your posture is a conscious effort that you want to maintain, as it has a big impact on your overall physical well-being. The same goes with your finances. Small bad habits can lead to big problems. For Buy a Million, like any great real estate investment books, you'll always read the phrase, money is made at the time the property is bought, not when it is sold. The 5 models in this section are net worth, financials, network, lead generation, and acquisition. All are proven models that let you learn from errors made by other investors. Number 1, the net worth model. A 3-part model for identifying the best investment vehicles for your goals, budgeting your money to have more to invest, and tracking your assets and liabilities to measure your progress towards financial wealth. It also shows that you must guide money along the path to the place that yields the greatest financial growth, and net worth. Number 2, the financial model, a model for understanding the 3 ways which is built through real estate ownership, cash flow, appreciation, and debt paydown. Number 3, the network model, a model for building and organizing a network of investing relationships to mentor, advise, and help you. Number 4, the lead generation model, a model for determining your real estate investment criteria, and then systematically prospecting and marketing for opportunities that match them. And number 5, the acquisition, a model for creating terms that will minimize your risk and maximize your profits when making real estate investment deals. For Own a Million, Gary lists 17 cases related to owning a million, categorizing them among the CTN, money, and prospecting your primary asset. He also mentioned that investors should think in units. A unit can be one single family home, 2 apartments in a duplex, or 12 apartments in a larger multifamily building. Each unit represents a cash flow stream on the income side. On the expense side, there's time, focus, cost, and liability. Over time, millionaire real estate investors scale up and diversify their portfolio to maximize cash flow and minimize management. This diversification also provides protection during a short-term shift in the rental market. Holding your money accountable by giving it a work ethic provides another unique perspective for real estate investors. The Millionaire Real Estate Investor lists 4 conditions of money. A dead money generates returns of 4% or less, which is at the rate of inflation. A safe money generates modest returns of between 5% and 8%, just slightly above the rate of inflation. A healthy money creates solid returns of between 9% and 12%. A wealthy money offers yields of between 13% to 20% and is the way active real estate investors put money to work to build real wealth. For Receive a Million, other than inheriting money or winning the lottery, there are 2 ways people can receive $1 million annually: by holding a job that pays out $1.5 million pre-tax, or by investing in real estate. There are a few problems with building a high-paying job like this. First, they're few. Then if you do find one, roughly 33% of your gross income goes toward taxes before you have the net income to invest. Third, when you leave the job, the income goes away too. Gary points out that it's much more realistic to receive $1 million each year by investing in real estate. That doesn't mean going out and buying 100 or more single-family homes for cash, all in one day. What Gary is illustrating in this section is the power of using low interest rates and leverage cash flow, appreciation and equity buildup to acquire enough income-producing real estate to receive $1 million in future annual cash flow and equity pull-out. In order to receive $1 million a year tomorrow, you have to have a plan today. As one millionaire real estate investor says, make sure you understand what you want your portfolio to look like at the end. My future portfolio will be 250 houses. If all paid off, that would be $1.4 million in annual gross rental income. And when I'm 60 or 65, I can sell them and hold the notes. You want to get to a point where you have a business. For part 3, staying on top. Ika ni Gary Keller, walang pakialam ang mundo kung ikaw ay maging milyonaryo o hindi. Nasa iyo kung magsisikap ka na maabot ito. Ang katotohanan ay kahit sino pwedeng maging milyonaryo sa real estate, pero hindi lahat ay tatrabahuhin ito. Maraming tao sa mundo na gusto makamit ang $1 milyong, ngunit kulang sa focus at disiplina para gawin ang nararapat para makamtan ito. Gary Keller shared some tips how to acquire it. Number 1, establish a financial base camp by incorporating the net worth model into your life. Number 2, protect your future by setting up an emergency fund, purchasing a home, and creating adequate insurance, and creating an estate plan. Number 3, fund your future by getting motivated, acquiring knowledge and power, generating leads, converting suspects into prospects, buying real estate investments, and gaining insights. Number 4, stay the course with a specific plan of daily, weekly, monthly, and ongoing tasks to build an abundance of financial wealth. The last few key takeaways I got from the book are: you must always be in the game to be the first to know when the opportunity presents itself. You can't stay on the sidelines if you want to spot opportunities. If you ever needed proof that the government wants you to own real estate, look no further than the many tax benefits the government has given it. The 3 that stand out the most are that it's deductible, depreciable, and deferrable, or the 3 Ds. For every real estate investor, you might know there is a group of people working behind the scenes who help cause or support his or her success. Ang huling parte ng libro ay 21 sa 100 taong in-interview ng grupo ni Gary Keller. Kasama ang mga kanilang profile bilang isang real estate investor, edad, address, dami ng deals, ari-arian at kanilang mga expertise. Yun, dyan na po nagtatapos ang review natin sa librong The Millionaire Real Estate Investor ni Gary Keller. Sana po ay may mga natutunan kayo. And hopefully, mabasa nyo din ang libro. Kung nagustuhan nyo ang ating review, hit like, subscribe, click on the bell so you'll be notified of our next videos. Para sa ating next video will be this book. Again, my name is Chofilo de la Paz III of Dolce Brio Properties by Filipino Homes. See you again next time. Bye.